What's going on, everybody? Crazy Dog back with another Browns live stream. This is going to be a fun live stream. I can already tell you that. Because in this live stream, I am going to pretty much recap, or not recap, but preview what I think the Browns' 55-man roster will look like heading into camp season. Now, of course, I will still have the position preview, position battle videos coming out right before training camp. Those are still coming if we have training camp. But I just figured I'd do this video going through the entire freaking depth chart because our lads actually updated their depth chart to include the undrafted players. So this will give me a better opportunity to kind of tell you guys who I think will make the team. You know, just pretty much go through the entire depth chart and maybe give you guys some, guys who I think are going to make the roster. So with that being said, let's get right through it. Let's get right to it. By the way, guys, hit that like button. You already know what to do. I don't even need to tell you anymore. Hit the like button, subscribe, hit the bell. You already know. On the road to 2K. Hopefully I'll hit 2K subs by the Super Bowl this upcoming season, if we have a season, which I think we will. I got to stop thinking like it ain't going to happen. It's going to happen. We're going to have a season. Whether fans or not, we're going to have a season. But anyways, let's start off with the offensive side of the ball. Of course, our offensive coordinator this year is Alex Van Pelt, formerly of the Cincinnati Bengals. My hair is going to bug me this entire video. I am so happy Ohio is opening up barbershops again because I need to get rid of this crap up here, bro. I mean, it's bugging the crap out of me. Oh my. The thing is, man, my hair is so dang long. I go to lay down, I go to bed, freaking thing's standing up in the back. I look like I got a satellite dish in the back corner of my head. My hair's it's formatted weird back there. No matter how many times I try to like press it down, it just keeps going boing. Be looking like alfalfa from the freaking, what was that show? From like I don't know what that thing was. But yeah, crazy. But anyways, starting off with the offensive side of the ball with what better than a quarterback position. Of course, we got Baker Mayfield. He's starting. We already know. I've seen some images of him lately, and he is definitely slimmed down. He's gotten skinny, which is good news for us, bad news for the haters. What's up, talking and grubbing, and hope we don't give up too much. I'm not even going to talk about that. Yeah, we're not trading Miles. For those who don't know, I'm going to talk about it. I cannot believe I have to talk about it. Good job, Paramjot, or whatever the heck you say that name. I wasn't going to talk about it, but I have to. So here it goes. In case you wonder what I'm talking about. What was it, yesterday or a couple of days ago? Some jabroni on Reddit, on the Seahawks subreddit. You never guess what this dude's name was. It had nothing to do with the Seahawks. It was, I believe, something like everyone loves nudes with a Z. This dude came out of nowhere and said, hey, guys, the Seahawks are trading for Myles Garrett. And what are we giving up? KJ Wright, a 6th and a 7th, or something like that. And Seahawks Twitter was going nuts off of that rumor. And, of course, I posted a tweet that has since blown up, like 96 likes. I don't know how many retweets it has. It blew up like crazy. For real. But, yeah, we're not trading Miles. But get this, that wasn't even the craziest rumor because I think a day before then, 2 days ago, a report came out that said, get this, the Seahawks reportedly offered us Russell Wilson for the number 1 pick in 2018. I smell cap because if that would have happened, we would have taken the deal. Russell Wilson would have been a Brown right now. So I smell cap there. I smell cap. He'd be capping. But yeah, it's whatever. Typical crap in the offseason, right? So, anyways, we got Baker Mayfield starting, and the real thing is, who's going to be the backup? Well, we got Case Keenum. I think he's going to be the number 2. Then you got Garrett Gilbert, aka the AAF GOAT, the Alliance of American Football GOAT. And then you've got Kevin Davidson, who we signed as an undrafted free agent out of Princeton. Yeah, another Ivy League guy, just what we need. If you ask me, I think we're going to be carrying 3 quarterbacks, and it'll be pretty much Baker, Case, and Garrett. And then Davidson will probably find himself on the practice squad. Moving to running back. We got arguably the best running back in the NFL, Nick Chubb. Of course, we got Kareem Hunt sticking around for another go-around for another year. We got Dontrell Hilliard, who's he's good in multiple areas. Dearness Johnson, he was a special teamer, but with JoJo Natson coming in, I don't know if he'll be able to hang on to this team anymore. We'll see. We have Johnny Stanton, who we actually signed to be our fullback, but we got Andy Janovich now, so I don't know. I don't even think he'll be able to stick around unless he goes to the practice squad. We have Brian Herrien and Benny LeMay, who we signed as undrafted free agents. And I believe Benny LeMay was actually the MVP of one of those All-Star games. It was the one at Tropicana Field. Yeah, he was the MVP of that game. I think if any one of those guys has a chance to stick around, don't be surprised if it's Benny LeMay. Don't be surprised if Benny sneaks up and maybe steals Dearness's spot or Dontrell Hilliard's spot. And by the way, Brian Herrien actually backed up Nick Chubb. So, yeah, they'll be seeing each other again. And then, of course, fullback, I already mentioned, it's Andy Janovich. It's his job, pretty much. I mean, we freaking traded for him. So, yeah, makes sense there. And we all know how much Stefanski loves him, some fullbacks. Moving to the other skill positions, we got the tight end position. We got David Njoku, of course, and Austin Hooper, our big money free agent acquisition. I still remember that, though. I freaking made a video talking about us being interested in him. All right? Not even 5 or so, it might have been longer than 5 minutes, probably like 10 or 15, maybe even 30 minutes after I posted the video, news comes out that we're signing this guy. It's like, whoa, okay. Damn, I should have waited a little bit longer, but no. So, yeah, we got Njoku and Hooper. And then behind them, we got Pharaoh Brown and a guy that I'm going to be keeping my eye on this preseason, and that's Harrison Bryant, rookie out of Florida Atlantic. He was the John Mackey Award winner for Nation's Best Tight End. Okay. Let's go with that. All right. And then we got Stephen Carlson, the dude who's famous for mossing a Steeler player in the end zone 1 week, and then a couple weeks later, like 2 weeks later, he freaking stiff-armed the guy into the ground. That's his call to fame, pretty much. Mossing a dude and then stiff-arming a dude to the ground. That's all he's known for. Yeah. And then, of course, we also got another tight end. This one is an undrafted free agent, Nate Whiting from Iowa. Okay. Nothing too crazy there. Now, out of those guys, I think we're probably going to be carrying maybe 4 because we like to use 2 tight end sets. Wouldn't surprise me if we kept 6, but I think 4 or 5. And I think it'll just be the original 5. It'll be Njoku, Hooper, Bryant, Brown, and Carlson. Although don't sleep on Nate Whiting, though. Or however you say that. I think it's Whiting. Yeah. All right. So moving to the offensive line. I know I'm kind of doing it in a weird formation, but yeah, I'm saving the best for last, essentially. Offensive line. We already know left tackle will be Jedrick Wills. We'll see what happens with the Jason Peters thing. If you haven't seen my video, go check that out. Apparently, the Browns were in contact with Jason Peters. We'll see how that comes about. We'll see if we bring him in or not. And then, of course, left guard, we got Joel Bitonio. Center, J.C. Treader. Wyatt Teller at right guard, and Jack Conklin at right tackle. Now, here's a name to keep an eye on when it comes to guys who we could possibly bring in. Someone actually asked me in the comments section on one of my older videos from a few days ago, talking about, do I think that we could bring in Larry Warford? And I said, it wouldn't surprise me. I wouldn't hate the move. He's really good, but I don't know if he fits the system. And I heard he wants some big money. And I don't know if you want to pay a lot of money for your offensive line. I mean, I know it's very important, but you got to watch how much money you spend on the offensive line. You don't want to tie down too much money on one position group. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens there. Not to mention, Bill Callahan has come out and said that he loves Wyatt Teller. And I actually really want to see what Wyatt can do with Bill Callahan running the offensive line. So behind them, of course, we got Chris Hubbard, the guy that I still don't know why we signed him. Freaking turnstile. Maybe he'll do better in a new system. Who knows? We got Malcolm Pridgeon, I believe a former Buckeye. Nick Harris, who we drafted, center out of Washington. We got Drew Forbes, of course, a.k.a. Prospect X. And then behind them, we got undrafted rookie Alex Taylor. We got Colby Gossett, Evan Brown, Willie Wright, Kendall Lamb, and Drake Dorbick. Really? I think we're going to carry 9 offensive linemen. Of course, you have the original 5. I think it'll be Harris, Forbes, Hubbard, and I'm actually going to say, for right now, I'm going to say Kendall Lamb ekes out, and he'll steal that final spot. The others will be practice squad guys, most likely. All right, so moving to the probably the most talented position on our team, the wide receiver position. So, of course, you already know who our starters are going to be. Jarvis and Odell. We re-signed Rashard Higgins. We got Kaderil Hodge, who didn't do a whole lot, but when he was called upon, he was reliable. Damian Ratley, who came on late in the year, caught his first touchdown of his career against the Bungles. Taywan Taylor, who did not see any time really at all, maybe like one game, a couple snaps here and there, whatever. We got the rookie, Donovan Peoples-Jones. We have Jamon Moore. We have DJ Montgomery, who did not play at all because of an injury. I believe it was a torn ACL. We have touchdown Tony Brown, undrafted free agent. We have JoJo Natson, who we signed from the Rams, and then Jamarcus Bradley. Now, I think it's safe to say we already have our top 3 receivers on lock. Jarvis, Odell, and I'm going to say Rashard Higgins. And I think we're going to have DPJ sticking around as well. I think we probably carry 5 receivers. So that means it's going to be an all-out brawl between Ratley, Taylor, Moore, Montgomery, Brown, Natson, and Bradley. Although Natson is most likely just going to stick around as a returner of some sort. And then I think we're probably going to have a couple on the practice squad. I think Montgomery, Brown, Bradley, and Moore are going to find themselves on the practice squad. Taylor, I don't know what we're going to do with him. Maybe he sneaks in as like a number 6. Maybe they keep 6 just to be safe. I don't know how many receivers they're going to carry. It's hard to say because I don't know how many receivers. I know they didn't use a lot of receivers like in Minnesota. I think they only carry like 4 or 5 or something. So who knows how many we're going to carry. But like I said, I mean, you never know. I think we're going to carry no less than 5, maybe 6. 5 or 6. At least 4. If they keep up with what they did in Minnesota. But who knows? Guess we'll have to wait and see. Let's see what the chat's saying. Yeah, English fans can be some a-holes. They're still mad about losing that Twitter fan poll. Imagine being mad about losing a friggin' fan poll. Oh man. Uh, it's like parents are like, did that come from? Yeah, that freaking rumor came from freaking Reddit of all places, a subreddit on the Seahawks subreddit. Seahawks, can they afford Miles? No, they can't. And sport. Hey, according to Seattle Sports Radio, cap exactly. That's big cap. That's major cap. Who's the goat? MJ or Braun? Probably MJ. I'm a Brown fan, but I mean it's MJ. Being real, first OBJ, now Miles. What's up, Arku? Bryce Ayers, what's up? We should get Trent Williams. He's in San Francisco now. I'm starting a Browns YouTube channel because you're like the only Browns YouTube channel out there. No, there's a couple others out there, but I don't think they really have as much like clout as I do. I mean, there's some that are really, really good. You know, there's my guy Quincy Carrier. He's really, really good. My guy Talking and Grubbin knows who that is. Yeah, there's some really good Browns YouTubers. They're starting to come out more now. I was like one of the first like actual like Browns news YouTube channels out here that was like doing videos consistently. I mean, there was like Browns YouTubers that would like pop up here and there, but they would like go away for like a while. I've been here ever since 2015. Okay, I want to start a community. I subbed. Hey, good luck. Also, there are other Browns channels. Hey, Quincy and Mason Talks. Yeah, Mason Talks is really good too. Yep, F Zappa. I don't know if he does videos anymore. I haven't seen his videos in a while. Yeah. You about Bengals fans. Bungles will be in the basement for years. Yep. I'm going to start one too. Peoples Jones will be our version of Tyreek. Wouldn't surprise. I'd love that. I can't stand Bengals fans. They act like they've won 4 Super Bowls or something. Brent Silvers, what about Quincy Carey? Quincy's amazing, bro. He's my guy. That's my dude. That's my dude. Yep. Can't stand Eagles fans. Oh, God. Don't even get me started on them. I didn't know who that was. Stop. Oh, God. Okay. Yeah, he's a really good YouTuber. Search him up. Yeah, what's up, Browns fan? What's up, Antonio? OBJ Jarvis Higgins. Can't stand Ravens fans either. You see the Bengals receiver get destroyed. Yeah. Freaking, who was it? Tyler Boyd got roasted by Sir Yacht on Twitter. They made him delete his tweet. He low-key cyberbullied him to do that. It's like, oh, okay. Running backs, so they make the team. I'm going to make a channel too. Quincy a GOAT. Hell yeah, he is. He's got some lit content over there. They were talking trash about Kareem Hunt, Nick Chubb, saying Joe Mixon is better than both of them. He must have been smoking some good stuff. John Ross, don't even get me started on that bum. Is that the old jersey from 14? Yeah. Well, it's Jarvis Landry. It's a custom jersey. They were selling custom jerseys on the Browns shop. It's Jarvis, but in the old Form 8. It's an old form. This is kind of like what the new jerseys look like. Sort of, except it doesn't have Browns up here. If you took this off, it would be pretty much the New Jersey. Best runner duo, Natson and Peoples Jones, returner duo. Yep. Mine still hasn't come back. Dude, I ordered a freaking Denzel Ward white Browns jersey the moment they went on sale. It's not coming until July. It's like, okay, then. I mean, consider yourself lucky because some people aren't getting their freaking jerseys until freaking September. Oh my God, bro. Not getting it until September. Bro. Ooh, that's tough. Forgot about that. The Browns name being taken off. Yep. I think they're going to look good. From what I've seen, they look good. So anyways, let's move on to the defensive side of the ball. We're going to start off with the men in the trenches. And this is going to be a fun group to watch. I tell you that already. Because up front, of course, we got Myles Garrett. We got Larry Ogunjobi, who I've seen videos of this dude on Twitter. This dude is getting that work in. I expect him to have a monster season this year. And then, of course, you have Sheldon Richardson back for another year. And then Olivier Vernon, who hopefully will have a primarily healthy campaign this year. If he can stay healthy, I expect he and Garrett to go crazy this year. If we keep him. I think us keeping him depends on if we can land Jadeveon Clowney or Griffin. I think the Ngakoue ship has sailed. But you never know. So, backing them up, you have Chad Thomas, Andrew Billings, Jordan Elliott, the rookie out of Mizzou, and then Adrian Claiborne. I believe Claiborne was actually the last free agent we signed. Yeah, that's crazy, isn't it? He's the last free agent we signed as of right now. Then behind them, you got pretty much guys who are probably going to find themselves on the practice squad. You have Porter Gustin, Daniel Akwale, Eli Anku, Robert McCray, Justin Zimmer. Then you have the undrafted free agents, Jeffrey Watley and George Obinna. I think in all, we probably carry 7 or 8 defensive linemen. Of course, you have the original. I think we carry 8 defensive linemen, maybe 9. I could see us maybe keeping like Anku or Akwale just for extra depth on the inside. But other than that, I don't see us carrying more than that. So, yeah. I mean, teams usually carry like 8 or 9 guys up front, But, so, yeah, I think that'll be a very fun group to watch. It'll be very competitive. But, yeah, looking at our linebacking core, this core has some work to do when it comes to the talent on it. Because right now we have Jacob Phillips, Sione Takitaki, and Mack Wilson at linebacker. That's not a horrible linebacking core, but we could definitely add some pieces to it. I can already tell you people in the chat are going to be talking about Clay Matthews. I would love to bring in Clay Matthews, not only for the nostalgia of just having a Matthews on the Browns again, but he'd be a good veteran leader for the linebacking room. I mean, Mack Wilson's a young stud. I expect him to have a great second year. Of course, you have Takitaki, who will most likely see more playing time this season. And then Jacob Phillips, who, of course, I think will be an absolute beast. Then behind them, you got Willie Harvey, you got B.J. Goodson, and Jermaine Grace. B.J. Goodson, of course, former Giant, former Packer. I think injuries kind of hurt him a little bit, but when in New York, he was fantastic. I heard all kinds of good things about him in New York. Oh, if we can get the B.J. Goodson from New York, yeah, he'll be good. And then, of course, behind them, you have Trayvon Young, Tay Davis, another former Giant, and then Solomon Ajayi, who is actually Jay Ajayi's brother. So I think out of this group, I think we probably carry probably 7 linebackers, maybe around there, give or take a couple, 1 or 2. But, of course, you have the first 3, Phillips, Takitaki, Wilson. You have, I'm going to say, Goodson. I think Davis will stick around. And I'm actually going to say Ajayi, maybe even Harvey. Don't sleep on Willie Harvey. But I think the final spot will come down to Ajayi and Harvey. Now, of course, don't forget, these guys could also play special teams. So just because they don't make it as a linebacker or a receiver or, something like that, they could see time on special teams. That's where a lot of these guys are probably going to see playing time until, they're called upon on their original position. But, yeah, I like our linebacking core. Again, I think we could do stuff to improve it. Of course, Nigel Bradham, his name's been out there. Clay Matthews. I would love to add one of those guys. We're not going to get both, most likely, just one of them. I would love it. But, yeah, our linebacking core is very young. I think they're going to cut their teeth in the league, and they're going to get better as time goes on. It's going to be fun. But now let's talk about the group on defense that, besides the front seven, besides the front defensive line, this group has me really excited right now because we got, of course, Denzel Ward and Greedy Williams at corner. And at safety, you got Carl Joseph and Grant Delpit. Now, you know why I'm so excited about the secondary? Get this. From what I hear, wherever Joe Woods goes, his defense always sends corners to the Pro Bowl. His corners feast in this system. I believe he runs more of like a man coverage system, which if you're Denzel Ward and Greedy Williams, the moment you hear, if you were to raise your hand and ask, hey, Mr. Woods, what coverage are we running? What system? And that dude says, man, you'd be like, oh, okay, let's go. Because Greedy and Denzel are primarily man corners, especially Greedy. I think Greedy's going to have a good year this year. Oh, yeah. Uh-huh. Then you have my guy Carl Joseph and double deuce Grant Delpit. Now behind them, this is where things get a little dicey because you got Donnie Lewis Jr., who was like a late round pick, I think last year, 7th rounder. JT Hassel, who was an undrafted free agent. Andrew Sendejo, who's the veteran, and then Money Mitch. Behind them, you got Robert Jackson, you got Montreal Meander, Shardrick Redwine, who, of course, I think will have a pretty good year. I think he'll see some time. But we'll see who else, we'll see what happens with him. I think he'll make the team. Kevin Johnson, who I think will be our slot corner. And then, of course, you have guys behind them who are mainly going to be practice squad guys, but there's one guy that I got my eye on this secondary. When you look deep in the depth chart, I'm talking 4th and 5th stringers, guys who are going to see very limited time, if at all, if any time at all, during preseason games. There's one guy I'm going to be keeping my eye on when they're on the field, and that is A.J. Green. And no, I'm not talking about the receiver. Because this guy, A.J. Green from Oklahoma State, he was probably one of the most sought-after undrafted free agents out there. There was a legit bidding war for this guy. And we won that bidding war. I think this guy could be a dark horse to make the team. I think he could easily beat out a guy like Donnie Lewis Jr. or Robert Jackson or, someone like that. Maybe even Money Mitch. This dude could come in there and freaking boot Money Mitch out of his own spot and freaking make Money Mitch go bye-bye. I love Money Mitch, but you got a dude who's hungry like he is. That dude going to come in here and he's like, man, I'm going to try and get your spot, bro. He's going to go out there and ball out and he's going to try and steal your spot. I think he could do it too. But yeah, I think that'd be kind of funny though. If he does make the team and somehow he sees time on the field as a starter somehow. A.J. Green versus A.J. Green. Could you imagine that just for the lulz? Oh my God, that'd be hilarious. Of course, we'd never see that because even if he does make the team, he'll probably see very limited time, probably as a special teamer. But still, at least be on the field. You never know what could happen. But yeah, I think A.J. Green would be a guy to really keep your eye on heading into camp season. And then looking at special teams. So, yeah, looking at the corners, I think we're probably going to be carrying maybe, I'm going to say 3 corners. So that's 6 corners. And then probably 4 safeties. So Ward, I'm going to say Denzel Ward, obviously. Greedy, I'm going to say Money Mitch. Kevin Johnson, there's 4 corners. I'm only talking corners right now. I'm going to say A.J. Green makes the team as the number 5 corner. And then I'm going to also say Tavier Thomas makes it. Yeah. I think Tavier Thomas squeaks in as because he's really good on special teams. I saw that dude out there chasing down kick returners and punt returners. Man, he was always right there making the tackle as a gunner. Now, in terms of safeties, you got Carl Joseph and Delpit, of course. And then I think it'll be Sendejo and Redwine. So there's your 4 right there. Maybe we carry your 5th. But of course, don't forget we also have 55 men. So I think a guy like maybe Donovan Olumba, who we signed a while back, or Jamison Houston could make the team from the corner back spot, and then maybe I don't know, Montrell Meander, who's a safety, maybe JT Hassel. It's honestly really hard to say, until we see these guys get on the field, because we don't know what these guys are going to bring to the team. It'll be really fun to see like them on the field going after one another, seeing these corners and these receivers in one-on-one action. Get to see Denzel versus Odell again, Greedy versus Jarvis, or Greedy versus Denzel, Greedy versus Odell, Jarvis versus, so on and so forth. It's going to be a lot of fun. Now, looking at special teams, of course, we got Jamie Gillen will be our punter. I saw that dude. I saw videos of him too on freaking Twitter, man. That dude is jacked. I think he even says something about he's going to try and grow a mullet. I love that guy more and more every day. And then, of course, our kicker will be Austin Seibert. I still remember when we first drafted him, I said Seibert. And I think someone in the chat freaking roasted me in the comment section. Like, it's Seibert, you idiot. Like, whoa, okay, I got it. All right. And then long snapper, of course, is Charlie Hewlett. Holder will be Jamie Gillen, whatever. Freaking love that guy. And then in terms of returners, I think it will wind up being Donovan Peoples-Jones will be doing the punt returning, and JoJo Natson will be doing the kicks. So, yeah, that's the overall depth chart. Of course, like I said before, I will be doing the position battle videos right before training camp, and this roster could change from now until then. I mean, of course, in order for us to bring up Rashard Higgins, we actually got rid of a defensive lineman, Brandon Bryant. So, yeah, that was cool. Okay, let's see what else the chat is saying. Okay, we should be better because he's not taking 75% of the snaps. I know. That probably hurt him, being on the field all that time. But now he's got a legit backup in Jordan Elliott who could help him out. How many tight ends do I think we're going to keep? I said earlier I thought it would be 5, maybe 4. Because we all know Stefanski loves him using those 2 tight end sets. Like when we got Hooper, people thought we were getting rid of Njoku. Just because we brought in Hooper. It's like, no, just because we brought in Hooper does not mean we're getting rid of Njoku. Although I would love to see Njoku actually ball out this year if he can stay on the field. What's up, CPG? You, Quincy, and Mason should do a collab. I know me, Talking Grubbin, and Quincy did a collab about a few weeks ago, right before the draft. That was fun. Man, what else are we talking about in here? Did I see the entertainer talking sports? Like half of his viewers were blocked by a reckless mod, and I had to notify him. Yeah, he talked about that. Yeah. I went to get a Miles jersey, a Landry Baker. You want to get a Miles, Landry Baker, and Chubb jersey. You still have your OBJ jersey from last year. You, Quincy, and Mason should do a collab. Yeah, I mean, hey, if Quincy ever wants to do a collab, he knows where to find me. Hit me up on Twitter or whatever. That's all he has to do. But yeah, I think we're probably going to carry 4 tight ends. Maybe a 5th as like a safety valve. Okay, what's up, JT Hassel? Yeah, JT Hassel's in the chat. How about that? Speak of the devil, how about that? I haven't been this excited about the Cowboys since season for a while. Last year was a wasted year. What games am I looking forward to? I'm looking forward to week 1, week 2, and I'm actually going to maybe say week 11 because I'm actually going to that game. Yeah, I'm going to the Eagles game. I've made it a point that I'm going to that game. Hopefully they allow fans, because that's the only way I'm going to be able to go if they allow fans. I ain't going to be able to go if they say no fans allowed. But I mean, it's not until November, so who knows what will happen by then. Franchise QB, oh God, look who it is. Okay, I would trade Baker for Russell Wilson. Of course you would. Oh, man. Watson was right there for us. Watson wouldn't have thrived with a coach like Hugh Jackson. He just got an idiot GM in O'Brien. Been going for just over half an hour now. I'm going to stay alive for maybe a couple more minutes. I think Greedy will be better this year. Injuries in the system was what caused Greedy to have an unproductive rookie year. Yeah, it's like he wasn't too bad, and then he had that freaking hamstring injury. And I'll tell you one thing, it didn't seem like he was ever coming back because every week, same thing coming out from the coach. He's week to week, or he's day to day. It's day to day. Like 3 weeks later, he's still day to day. Day to day. Day to day. Then finally he comes back, and it's like, hallelujah, he's back. But I mean, I'll say this. You know, Money Mitch and TJ Carey, they stepped up when they were needed. I mean, they're pretty good. I mean, you know, of course, Wilkes went to more of like a zone system because they wanted to keep the receivers in front of Carey and Mitchell, and they were pretty good at that. You know, so annoying. Stop judging. Stop it. Oh, yeah. Trade Baker for myself. Kind of like funnels. Yeah. Okay, Anthony, whatever you say. Whatever you say. Whatever. Don't come back here if Baker has like a 40 touchdown season. I mean, I think Baker this year will probably throw, I'm going to say like 30 some touchdowns. He'll probably throw like, knowing him and how reckless he could be, how crazy he could get, you know. I think he'll probably throw about 15 to 20 interceptions because that's what he'd probably do. Although he might be lower because we might be more of a running team this year. I don't really know what he's going to do. If Baker throws 30 touchdowns in 10, you have to ban Anthony. If Baker Mayfield wins the MVP this year, or actually in his career in general, like if he wins the MVP award at some point, Anthony has to leave YouTube forever. How about that? It's on video. So yeah. Well, how about this? If because I don't know if he'll, I mean, with Mahomes out there and Lamar, I don't know if he's going to win an MVP. But how about this? If we extend Baker Mayfield, well, no, not if, when we extend Baker Mayfield, you know what I'm going to do? The moment I get a tweet saying that the Browns are extending Baker, I'm coming on video and I'm going to be like, hey, Anthony, we extended Baker. How do you like that, huh? Oh, God. He's a Browns fan, but he's a Baker hater. I've never seen that. You don't see that a lot around here. A Browns fan who's a Baker hater. Like, what? Imagine being a Browns fan and yet you're a Baker hater. Pretty much every Browns fan around here loves Baker. Wow. We'll never win an MVP, book it. Which means he's going to win MVP. Mayfield is a flop. Yeah, okay, whatever. I mean, he's just been cursed by horrible coaching besides Greg. And honestly, people say, you guys should have kept Greg Williams as your coach. I don't think he really had a shot. I would have loved to keep him around. He had that team rolling. I don't think we would have kept him around. It's just the way Dorsey, because someone mentioned this. I think it was Quincy, my guy Quincy in a video. I think he was talking about like Ray Farmer or something. Dorsey wanted a coach who he could control. Dorsey would not have been able to control Greg. Greg was his own man. He wasn't going to listen to no freaking jabroni like John Dorsey. No. So I don't think Greg would have had a shot anyway. Austin and Baker was a joke around here. He went to Lake Travis, wanting to gain attention. He got away with everything because mommy and daddy. He has Manziel 2.0, and he won't last. All right, whatever. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the dude was like a walk on at freaking Texas Tech. And then I guess he got it, his coach wasn't going to give him playing time. He left, went to Oklahoma, damn near led his team to the college national championship. But things happened. Ran into Georgia. They couldn't stop Nick Chubb, though. I wonder if Nick Chubb still trolls Baker about that loss that Georgia gave him. Makes you wonder, wonder if Baker still hears it from Chubb. Although Chubb doesn't really talk to begin with, so I don't think so. But I mean, we only see Chubb on the field. We don't see what he does behind closed doors. We saw a freaking video of this dude dancing. That's probably the most I've seen Chubb do. He's the kind of guy. This dude, Nick Chubb, was mic'd up against the Ravens. Pretty much 95% of the video was of him grunting. That dude does not talk at all. And I love it. I think the only words he said was like, thank you. Because he was talking to a teammate. I think it was Dearness Johnson or something. I think the only words he said was like something like he was talking to people. Like people were talking to him. He doesn't talk to people. They talk to him. The only words he said to somebody, like he started the conversation. He's like, thank you, I think, to freaking Dearness Johnson. The rest of the video was from grunting. That's all you heard. It's like, bro, okay, that's the most lit, mic'd up video ever. There's like barely any talking. Walk on number 1 overall, so Browns. Yeah, walk on number 1 over. Yeah, walk on who won the Heisman Trophy. Yeah, okay. What a burner account is. Myles Garrett, Jimmy Gillen in an arm wrestling match. Myles Garrett all day, probably. You see Myles' arms? Those things are the size of my freaking head. His biceps are the size of my head. He probably crushed my head like a grape. Bruh. And I have a big ass head. Boy. Oh, man. Anthony's burner account for when he gets banned. That's funny. Cleveland would do better if they ran out and got Newton. Nick Chubb, the leader of their offense. Dude, I love Nick Chubb. And again, thanks a lot, Houston. I mean, yeah, we had to take on Brock Osweiler, but we got that pick, and that pick turned out to be Nick Chubb. And from what I remember, if Hugh Jackson would have had his way, and if he would have traded a second and a third for A.J. McCarron a couple years ago, that pick, I think, would have been involved in the trade. We would not have gotten Nick Chubb. Wow. Unless we would have gotten him at 33. Because I think we got Corbett at 33, which I still don't know why we did that. Freaking stupid. Especially when I think Will Hernandez was there. But hey, that's good old typical old Browns front office. Right? And giving your reasons on why Baker's a bust. Anthony would, you'd ask him, why is Baker a bust? And he'd just be like, because. And then he'd walk off. It's because he's short, or, he threw a lot of interceptions and all that other stuff. He's cocky. But it's funny, though. It's like, I think what happened last year was the team got a little too caught up in their own hype. Because, yeah. They got caught up in their own hype. They were running their mouth a lot. That's one thing I noticed about Baker last year. He was running his mouth a little bit. I mean, you saw that a lot at Oklahoma, but of course, they do that a lot there. This dude freaking was saying to Baylor, I want to show you who your daddy is. Couldn't say that now. You won't get spanked. The funniest thing I think he said was when he played Kansas, and he was like, "Go watch basketball or whatever." I mean, it's true. Kansas is more of a basketball school, but hey, that's what it is. Only Winston and interceptions of 20 plus. Whedon looked better than Mayfield. That's cap. That's cap. And these people be capping in the chat today, bro. Damn. Won't settle down his antics. He is who he is. Personality will destroy Baker. You just because you win. Heisman. Well, that's freaking Manziel. Manziel just completely different. I mean, people actually say Baker's a harder working Manziel. I don't know, man. I don't know how Manziel would have done with this team. It would have probably been more of a firestorm with Manziel on this team than Baker. Because Baker actually is good compared to Manziel. All Manziel does is run around. And of course, we all remember the whole Billy Manziel incident. The dude literally snuck off to Vegas with a freaking disguise on, trying to do stuff. And it's like, bro, really? Baker would never do that. No. You can't compare the two. I didn't see Baker going to Vegas in the middle of a season. Yeah. You also don't see Baker freaking getting drunk as hell on a freaking jet with Josh Gordon. Oh, but, he was caught on camera drunk as hell getting arrested by the cops. If I'm not mistaken, he wasn't even in trouble, but he thought he wasn't. I think he thought he wasn't really in trouble, so he tried to just go away, just like leave. And the cops were like, "Hold up, get back here!" And they chased him down. Again, you're drunk. Your mind is not clear. I don't know what he was doing there. All I see is him trying to literally skedaddle, and the cops are going after him and they tackle him. Oh man, of course. Oh well. Oh man, so many people are going to be mad when Baker gets a freaking extension. Yeah, that would have been even funnier if we would have drafted Mahomes or Watson, and they would have sucked here. And then meanwhile, Baker's killing it, and I can already see it now. Everyone would have been like, "Man, we should have drafted Baker Mayfield, bro. Damn, we should have drafted Baker." I don't think Watson or Mahomes would have been any good with us. They would have been different. It's hard to say because with Hugh Jackson and them, I don't know. Hugh Jackson probably would have ruined them like he ruined freaking DeShone Kizer. Let's not forget he ruined DeShone Kizer. Kizer was all right, and then freaking Hugh Jackson ruined him. Ruined his confidence. Completely destroyed his confidence. I still remember I guess you could say I was a Kizer stan. I was low-key a Kizer stan. And it's just like the dude just completely his confidence just went down the toilet because Hugh Jackson ruined him. I mean, we weren't going to do much of anything with that quarterback room. Oh, God, freaking, what was it? Kizer, Kevin Hogan, and Cody Kessler. Ooh. That's an 0-16 quarterback room right there. I think Darnold would have done better with you. He's doing what he can in New York, and that's with no line and no receivers. I'll be honest with you. Heading into the draft, I was pretty much I was either Darnold or Baker. Darnold or Baker. I would have been perfectly fine with either one of those guys. Lamar wouldn't have done good here. Yeah, Lamar, no. Not to mention freaking the turnstiles at tackle that we would have had. John Dorsey neglecting the offensive line. I don't think Lamar would have done like that here. Although it would have been fun to see he and Chubb running around. I don't think he would have done good here. I don't know. Terrible at picking players. That's why I'm not a GM, you dumbass. redraft Lamar or Baker? Again, I don't know. Hard to say what would have happened. Oh, whatever. You know, Anthony, you're going to keep acting like this. You're going to get banned off the channel. Carl Joseph is the future. Carl Joseph's actually really good. I just wish he could stay healthy. I would have been fine with my any quarterback not named Josh Rosen or Baker. If we would have got Josh Rosen, I would have been like kind of sus. It would have been like, because look at what Josh Rosen said after he got drafted. There's like 9 mistakes ahead of me. And meanwhile, Josh Rosen has not done a single thing in the NFL. Cleveland has potential. I'm not denying that. And the division holds the Browns back. Steelers and Ravens twice a year against a team that always rebuilding and get a lot of coaches fired. I mean, Darnold wasn't bad. I mean, I would have been fine with either Darnold, Baker, or even Allen. I would have been fine with any one of those three. I mean, going into the draft, I thought we were Darnold. I thought we were going Darnold. And then I think that the day of the draft, I started hearing more hype around us getting Baker. And then I was at Buffalo Wild Wings, and I was looking on my phone. I noticed Mayfield was doing an Instagram Live. I went into his live stream, and he was on the phone. And I was like, wow, it's going to be Baker Mayfield. Let's freaking go. Already has an MVP. Again, I don't know how he would have been here. Hard to say. It's hard to say how Mahomes would have done here, because when he would have walked in, he would have been coming to a team fresh off an 0-16 season. Hard to say. Not to mention Hugh Jackson was here. And Hugh Jackson really wasn't all that interested in like winning right now. Sashi Brown, I think, was fresh out. So Dorsey was just starting to get control of the roster. But for all I know, maybe Mahomes would have came in here. And no, Mahomes was 2017. So, yeah, that would have been 0-16, fresh off the 0-16 season, right? Yeah. I mean, yeah, we get Mahomes. We don't get Miles. Because if you think about it, we get Miles at 1. We weren't going to – I mean, remember, the Chiefs traded up to get Mahomes. I think the Texans traded up too. I don't think we would have gotten him because those teams would have traded up even further to get him. They really, really wanted those guys. Maybe if they fell, maybe we would have taken them. Who knows? Wentz, Watson, or Mahomes. Joseph over Peppers. Well, yeah, I mean, it also helps when – it also helps that our freaking defensive coordinator doesn't play our safeties 35 yards off the ball, looking like they're returning a punt. Baker Mayfield got beat by Tyrod Taylor. Well, that's Hugh Jackson's decision there. How do you feel about potentially paying Garrett $25 million? He's great, but what would you do if you're GM? I mean, he's one of the best pass rushers out there. Not sure about $25 million a year. Maybe I'd go a little bit lower, 15, 20 mil. I mean, as long as he goes out there and does his thing, makes it worthwhile. I mean, he is, like I said, he is one of the best pass rushers out there. Consistently, great. I mean, if he didn't do that stupid thing last year, he could have broken the Browns' single-season sack record. Josh Allen is overrated. He can't make a throw. He overthrows his guys by 5-10 yards consistently. That dude has an arm, but the ball always winds up like way over the receiver's head. But yeah, I think I'm going to wrap this up here, guys. So figured I'd do this for a little bit, have some fun. Quarantine season continues. Although, from what I'm hearing, we are closer to sports returning. European soccer is coming back at some point. We got baseball out in Asia and stuff. So that'll hold us over for right now. The Rudolph Hunter. Oh my God. Did you want Chubb or Ward at 4? Bro, Bradley Chubb or Ward? I mean, if you watch the freaking video I did, I wanted Bradley Chubb. Not even afraid to say it. I wanted Bradley Chubb. I wanted that dynamic duo of Chubb and Garrett. Those two together would have been insane. But I'll take Ward because we needed a corner. And he's actually really good when he's healthy. Going to be an MVP or some. Watching any KBO baseball. Well, being as they've been on at friggin' 5 o'clock in the morning, I ain't staying up or getting up at 5 o'clock. I did watch some baseball here and there. Like the first game, I watched a little bit of that one because, of course, they had a rain delay. So they didn't start on time. I watched a little bit of them, that little bit of that game. I think there's a game coming up on Sunday or whatever, just after like midnight. I might watch a little bit of that one. Don't be expecting any streams because I can't bring myself to friggin' stream that. That's way late. That's like Crazy Dog way after dark. I mean, Crazy Dog after dark streams at like 10 o'clock at night. That'd be like this. Doing that thing would be like way after dark. We're talking, what, 1 a.m.? Like, bro. But yeah, man, it's going to be a lot of fun to see what this team can do. I don't think we're done in free agency yet. I could see us adding a couple more pieces. Like I said before, I could see us maybe still looking at Clowney and Griffin in terms of pass rushers, Nigel Bradham and Clay Matthews at linebacker. Maybe we go after Warford. Who knows? I don't know what our plan's there. Plan is regarding guard. I think we're going to stick with Teller and Forbes for the moment, but honestly, no one knows what Barry's doing. Barry's been quiet for a while. Peters? Yeah, Peters too. I could see us maybe looking at Peters' 1-year deal as like a mentor and all that. Maybe, he can even start for a little bit while Jedrick learns the ropes of being a left tackle, eases him into being a tackle instead of throwing him out there to the Wolves immediately. Because, of course, week 1, I think he'd be going up against Matthew Judon. But, hey, I mean, he'd be going up against Myles Garrett every freaking day in practice. That's a good way to freaking cut your teeth in the game, huh? Go up against a freaking amazing pass rusher like Garrett every day in practice. Browns and Baltimore for the North. I think the North will carry 3 teams into the playoffs this year. Browns, Ravens, Steelers. How about that? But yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait. But I'm going to wrap this up, guys. We're going on an hour. So if we get Warford, the O-line is complete. Yes, sir. I know there's some people talking about, Klein from Minnesota, but I have not heard a thing about him. So I don't know what's going on with that situation. Maybe he pops up at some point. But I think right now, if we were to go offensive line, it's going to be Peters and Warford. One of those two. But yeah, I'm going to wrap this up, guys, and just going to relax a little bit. Of course, I'm going to be doing some Ohio State videos here and there, too. I'm actually thinking about doing like a video series where I preview college teams' schedules and stuff. I'm thinking about doing that kind of thing. But, yeah, we'll see. I'll have to think about it. But, yeah, that's going to wrap it up for this live stream. What's up, Packers Nation? And shout out to everybody who came in here. This was a lot of fun. Probably going to do another one of these streams at some point later, maybe in a couple months. When baseball comes back, of course, the Indians streams will be back. I'll be doing my Indians season preview live stream when it is official that they are coming back. I've been hearing July 1st or July 4th around there. That's when they're probably going to return. But again, we got to see what this freaking thing be doing, right? So, yeah, shout out to everyone who came in here. And If anything else happens with the Browns, if we sign somebody or if we cut somebody or make a trade or whatever, I'll be sure to make a video about it if it is video worthy. If not, I'll just be tweeting about it. By the way, be sure to follow me on Twitter at crazy, KRAZY _DAWG99 because it gets lit over there. I actually had a tweet blow up yesterday because, of course, I don't know if you guys heard, if you just tuned in, but this will be like the last thing I talk about and then I'm out of here. But yesterday, a phony rumor came out that said we were trading Myles Garrett from some random jabroni on the Seahawks subreddit. And get this, Packers Nation, good to see you, but you came in at the right time. Guess what? The troll who actually created the rumor itself was actually a Packer fan. Apparently. Yeah, it was a Packer fan who created the rumor. And then that dude, everyone loves nudes with a Z, I guess took it and ran with it. Wow. Okay. The more you know. But yeah, that's going to the Indians are going to struggle. I think they will struggle for a little while. We'll see what this pitching staff can do. I mean, not looking good. I mean, the Dolans ain't going to spend money, and that was bad enough. But now they're not going to really have much money to spend because of this crap going around. Ow, I just hit my hand on something. No, it wasn't Packers Nation. Imagine if it was. Boom. But no, how dare you? No, I'm just joking. But yeah, I'm going to wrap this up and I'm going to get on out of here. So hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your night. And I'll see you in my next video, whenever that may be. So until then, I'm Crazy Dog 99. Let's go Browns. And I'm out.